300 plus entries fought their way through an incredible field of players, and now only 6 remain here in our one-day 75K guaranteed tournament. Hello, everybody. I am Wes Tucker, and I'll be keeping you company throughout tonight's action. So we get right into it. 6 remain. The TV final table. Joseph with 8-7 suited wants nothing to do with it. Randall has himself the Mighty Ducks. Let's see if we can give them some love as we go in. He's going to jam on them all in for 570,000. Nicholas in C2 suited and connected. He's going to make the call. So deuces against Queen Jack suited, the first hand of our live stream, and off we go to the races. Flop comes ace high. Deuces are good at the moment. To the turn we go. There's a 7, so just needing a queen or a jack. 5 outs for Nicholas. And the river is a king, so the deuces will hold. Randall gonna take down a big pot. And all in with deuces. The pot 1.215 million. Again, we got right into the action. This is the final table of the one-day 75K guaranteed tournament. And thank you to everybody joining us. It's little after 4:30 in the morning, and it has been a crucible for this crew. Again, over 12 hours of play this yesterday evening and this morning, all culminating in what you see here. And the final 6, no slouches at the table whatever. Randall, Nicholas, Joseph, Mario, Solomon, and Taylor. Our dealer right now, Daryl, in the box as we get back into the action. And blinds are 25,000, 50,000 with a 50,000 big blind ante. Suited king for Nicholas on the small blind, and he's going to jam on it. Joseph with Jack 10 says no thank you. And Nicholas going to find a way to claw his way back after losing a big pot in the first hand of our stream this evening. And the payouts are as follows. Right now, 6th place will take home a cool $3,940. 5th, $4,880. Then $6,380 up to $9,100 for 3rd, $14,000 and change for 2nd. Meanwhile, 1st place going to be taking home a cool $25,770 this evening. Joseph with the computer hand. He's going to flat here. Taylor with the suited dog. King 9 of spades will bump things up. And Joseph, as proven throughout the day, he's willing to take risks and definitely not shy of betting with the best of it. We go heads up, and the flop comes ace high. Gutter ball for Taylor. Joseph with 2nd pair. And the white chips are 25,000 each. 7 of spades. The red chips are 5,000 apiece. Meanwhile, the oversized brown chips are worth 100,000 chips.
You have aces again?
I do have plenty aces. 325.
And Joseph will make the call, so we go to the river. Pot bloats to 1.2 million. The 9 will hit the river. That's going to give a pair to Taylor, but Joseph just is going to jam all in. Boy, I love this move here. And a big howdy to you too, Jedi Master Ted. Hope your morning's going well.
Oh, mommy.
So I'm gonna have to wake myself up.
It's gonna cost Taylor everything he's got in front of him to make this call. And at this point, he has a bluff catcher, not much else. And will wisely find the fold button. Again, Joseph came into the final table of 9 absolutely on fire, stacking not 1 but 2 players within 30 minutes of that final table starting. All that, of course, before our final table of 6 here started the broadcast. And you can see floor manager there. That's Chris Hall. Is going to replace some of the red 5K chips in Joseph's stack. And the reds are worth 5,000 apiece. Meanwhile, the whites are 25K. And the oversized brown chips, 100K apiece.
I see his game.
Background Randall, everything's just going to fold onto. We see that a lot more in tournament play than we do on our usual high stakes cash streams. Solomon with ace-5 offsuit under the gun. Just going to flat with it. Now Nicholas going to jam for 255,000 with suited Kojak in hearts. And Mario looks down at a suited king. Not going to be enough for him, however. And Salmon going to go ahead and make the call. So off we go now. Ace high versus king high. Kojak suited, ace-5 offsuit. And the tournament life of Nicholas is at stake. Flop comes 2 trays and a 9. Well, that'd be a really bitter way to win this if the board paired again. Deuce of diamonds. 4 outs for Nicholas. And the deuce. So ace high is good. 2 pair with an ace, and we will say goodbye to our first player of our TV table. We bid Nicholas a good night as he disappears into the fluorescent luminescence of the main card room. But he will not go empty-handed. He'll be taking home a cool $3,940 as he becomes our first casualty of the stream this evening. Still plenty coming your way. Don't you go anywhere. Right back after a word from the big man himself. After this.
The Moneymaker Poker Tour is headed to Texas. That's right, we're going to the Texas Card House in Houston, Texas from January 10th to 22nd. We're going to have 11 championship events with over $500,000 in guarantees. Check out moneymakerpt.com for more information.
Get all these hopeful 6 looking for a shot, hopeful 5 now, looking for their shot at some Moneymaker hardware. It's over to Joseph now, who's going to fold his king 8 suited. King queen for Randall, going to bump things up. And Salmon with king deuce, going to stick around. King deuce hanging loose. This is definitely a board in which Randall's going to want to continue on. Instead, he will just check it. So now he picks up a gutter ball on the turn. And here we go, a little delayed c-bet. I like it. It's immediately going to scare Salomon away. Take a look at our final table VPIPs. The leader of the pack is Randall at 29%. Meanwhile, Mario at 16%. Mario in the 8 seed, of course. We generally see VPIPs in the lower percentages in tournament play. And of course, if you're missing any of the high-octane, high-stakes action, you can always check out what's happening on TCH Live on a daily basis. We're streaming from 3 locations. So every night, the opportunity for some high-octane cash action. Taylor with ace-10 of diamonds going to bump it up. It's going to be called by Joseph, so we go heads up.
Yes, 3 reds. 3 reds. 2 more. 2 more reds.
2 more.
Yeah. Yes. Let's go.
You take advantage of it.
And flop comes 10 high. Top pair, top kicker for Taylor. Meanwhile, Joseph does pick up a pair of 7s. 150K the best. Not going to chase Joseph away just yet. We go to the turn. Comes the 5 of spades. And neither player with a spade, but now the 4 of spades makes things a little more interesting. It'd definitely be a board Joseph can represent. Instead, it will go check, check. Yeah, a pair of 10s is all it's going to take this particular hand down. And the best way that it was described to me this evening was that Joseph, in the 4 seed, has been running like God. Definitely put on a show of force when it comes to his betting. Boy, when you're betting big and running good, it's hard not to take down big hands.
And I say, you got it, you got it. If you got it, you got it. Yeah, river no. Never, never. How? 30. How? How with a spade? Yeah. Straight. Straight. Yeah. Straight floor.
Coming with ace king. And we go heads up with Taylor with ace 6. So top 2 for Salmon. Again, kings and queens with an ace.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Good night. Thank you. Good game, man.
The 10 of hearts hits the board, not going to help anybody. Goes check from Taylor. Salmon now going to go ahead and bet at it, 125,000. And Taylor folds ace high on the river for the second time so far in our short stream.
After the weekend, I had no hands to play. No hands. And I'm cool. On the ladder. I had no hands to play.
And starting tomorrow is the first couple flights of the multi-day 150K guaranteed tournament. Yeah, $300 price point, your chance to jump on in. We'll be live streaming that final table as well. And of course, don't miss out on the ladies event. That will be in a couple of days. We'll have that live stream for you as well. That final table will be a lot of fun to watch. And even in this tournament field that produced these final 6 you were seeing on TV this evening, there were quite a few very fierce competitors who are going to be in that ladies tournament. And it's a rare treat when you get to see a tournament from all angles, such as I did this evening. Did so in a suit, did so from the dealer's position, and now I'm doing so from the commentator's booth here at TCH Houston. It's been a fun full day of poker, to say the absolute least.
Yeah, one time per elimination. So, I mean, y'all want to do right now.
Selman with ace-8 of diamonds. The unmistakable laugh of Foreman Daryl Jackson. Well, in my defense, Jedi Master Ted, it has been quite a long day. So my, I want to say neurons, I think that's the right word. Neurons are not firing as fast as they usually would. And now Mario's all in with top pair and a king. Salmon with top pair, top kicker, gonna snap him off. And now the fate of Mario hangs in the balance. Queen on the turn, no help. And the 10 of clubs is not going to be enough to pull him out, and we say good night to Mario. It's an unfortunate flop, but Mario playing his hand the way it was meant to be played. Again, short-handed like this, you're not expecting to go up against the second pair with a better kicker. And as he disappears into the fluorescent luminescence, he himself in 5th place this evening will take home a cool $4,880. So definitely not a bad day's work at all. It was a long, hard-fought day and walks away with a good payday. Yeah, 362 entries as well.
We good.
Good question from Jedi Master Ted. He was not in this particular tournament. Looking forward to seeing him as the series develops, however. Heard tell of him coming in just in time for the main event. We'll definitely get updated as more information becomes available. And then there were 4. We're down to Joseph, Salmon, Taylor, and Randall as they look to do battle for a little bit of hardware, as well as a first place prize of 25 grand. One man's misfortune is another man's jackpot. That is the sad truth. It's the beauty and the horror of No Limit Hold'em.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we would take 15, 10, 10, and 20 hours. Actually, third is 9, so we're going to get a little bit.
Randall with a suited Broadway hand, Queen 10 of diamonds.
6 bets.
He's going to bump it up, makes it 150 to go. Again, the blinds did go up. We're at 30,000, 60,000 with a 60,000 big blind ante. Joseph with a little suited gapper here.
55 is the price. Divided by 4.
Bet 150.
That's 13. If he takes 15, there's 40 left? No, he's going to take, he said 15. Yeah, 15. I'd say
Bet 150.
15 more?
No,
15,
total
there's
150.
40 left.
Total
Yeah,
150.
there's 40 left.
Okay, nothing I can do. I already start. 150, right?
150.
And he will make the call, so we go heads up to the flop. 8-6 of hearts, Queen 10 of diamonds.
What more should 2 go to?
6 bets, 200.
Y'all want 11 each?
4 fold.
No. That's all. I mean, what do you think ICM would give right now?
Yeah, he really could have just looked at that pot funny. All he needed to take that one down. And you hear some talk at the table now. Look, sounds like they are presenting some chop ideas to each other.
So what do you want? What did you say to do? I mean, he said he could take 14. He'd be fine with it.
And it looks like Solomon is the ringleader of these chats. Well, yeah, if that's the case, this could definitely go down as the shortest stream in TCH Live history.
Sounds like a good number. 33, right? That's 33. That's 43, 53. That's 22 left. No.
66.
Yeah, 22 left. 11.
Solomon with ace king off suit.
I mean, I'd rather play it out and say just give it 20K. I mean, yeah.
And a big hello to you
One
too.
person gets 6, though. One person gets 9. This way,
Hope your morning is going very well and approaching the 5 a.m. hour.
you get more money now.
Go for it.
Or you can go for it too.
I'm with you.
6 folds. See one moves all.
And now jamming all in is Solomon. 8-7 off suit for Taylor. The jig is up. And Solomon will take it down with a good squeeze pre-flop.
Now, so you can dictate.
How much would you
Look
be
at
fine
the
with right now?
aggression stats. The PFR for tonight, the highest PFR of our remaining players, is Randall at 23%.
I go.
No, not 15, sorry. I was like, that don't make sense. That don't make sense. Well, that don't make sense at all. How much is 45 divided by 3? No. 35 divided by 3 is what?
You big one.
It is 15.
What's 35 divided by 3?
It's 15.
No, 35.
35. It's almost 9.
No.
And Joseph with Jack 10 off suit.
It's about 12. So if all 3 of y'all got 12,000, would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
You want to take 12,000 now? You get less for the ice.
Randall now, ace jack. And raise incoming from the small blind. Again, these seemingly premium hands, 9-handed, become truly premium when you're short-handed like this. He's going to jam all in for 1.5 mil. And that's all she wrote for it. A good question in the chat there. I will go ahead and put the graphic up. Out of a total of 362 entries, we have our final 4 this evening.
So we can understand.
And right now, fourth place is set to take home $6,380. That is, if they decide to keep things the way they are now. There has been some talk of chopping.
I think he's ready to go, and he's going to ship those soon.
But what you gotta tell Chris is take his chips out of play, give him 14,000, and then ICM his. Because he's good with 14.
So it sounds like a complicated chop, to say the absolute least, they're talking about.
Take these chips out just out of our
You got to tell him.
and
And it sounds like what they are talking about doing
35 divided by 3.
is taking Joseph's chips out of play and ICMing the rest after giving Joseph 12 grand. Oh, more on this as it develops. Hang with us. Of course, we'll be right back after a quick word from the big man himself.
The Moneymaker Poker Tour is headed to Texas. That's right, we're going to the Texas Card House in Houston, Texas from January 10th to 22nd. We're going to have 11 championship events with over $500,000 in guarantees. Check out moneymakerpt.com for more information.
And got a chance to confirm that is in fact what they were talking about. It does sound like that is an accurate read of the situation. The last thing, of course, to consider would be the trophy. And that would go to the player with the biggest chip stack. As you can see here, this is a interesting look you get to see at the process of deciding ICM chop numbers. And ICM chop is a chop of the prize pool based on the ratio value of your chips to the remaining prize pool.
3,705,000.
The first step in this, of course, is to get an accurate chip count for all those still at the table. And most of the time, an ICM calculator will be used. A very slow, painstaking process to do this with a notepad and pen.
They wanted you to do the ICM a little different. They wanted you to take out 12,000 for him, okay, from the prize pool. They agreed to 12,000. Say he's fine with 12,000. So we did ICM.
And then add the
And
rest.
as a purist of the game,
See how much that comes up to. Add the rest, take out his chips from the.
gotta say the idea of taking 12 grand out to pay a player, then taking his chips out of play to then ICM,
Well, probably, but
I gotta say that personally doesn't sit well with this commentator, but
I know I can win, but I don't
he
want.
doesn't want to play anymore. So 12 grand from him, take it out of the prize pool, right? And then take his chips out of the prize pool.
And then just ICM
ICM
R3
R3.
and the rest of the money.
If that works.
so that is in fact what they're proposing.
You have you got me by 60.
We're gonna get like 11, 12 with ICM.
Out of the prize too when they chop.
I was so see. I was going to get cannot fucking
He's at
count.
712.
Just wait, you gotta wait, alright?
His chips.
Don't worry, they'll count it. They'll count it.
Just go home, they got you.
Okay, what did I say?
And as more information becomes available, I'll pass it along.
43, 44.
You need to play for something, right?
55K in there. I don't know, man. I was just trying to get it over with, but we can play it out. I feel like I'm gonna win this thing. I'm running really good, and I got most of the chips. And this guy's just ready.
One double up. Right
Yeah,
there.
that's true, but this guy's really not.
How much does he have?
Hard to do.
A lot.
Money? Yeah.
Well, he's got like over 3 mil.
I think we both got over 2 more. But he's got maybe 4. Yeah, he's got probably 4. 2, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4. He's got 4. 4. That's all that.
75,
85, 490.
90.
490K.
$4 million.
So he doesn't care taking 12. 490,000.
$4 million.
4 million.
4 million, I mean, and 9.
Yeah, definitely so. I do know that the fourth player is just hanging out beyond the stanchions so he can send a couple of text messages.
09?
But according to what I'm hearing, he's been involved in the conversation from its conception.
75.
Mine was 4 point. Mine was 3.00.
Yours? 3.7.
How much you have?
3.705. And yours is 4 point.
So you have a 2 million, I have a 4 million?
No,
Yeah.
I have 3.7.
Yeah, you got $4 million 90.
You got
So I have a little more than
A
you.
little bit more, yeah.
And you try to be, get it
No, I'm
first
asking you
place.
if you want to get. You said you want to make a
Exactly.
deal.
That's what I was saying. Talk
Deal,
to
but
us.
not, it be fair deal, not that,
It'd be fair. I mean, you
where's
get.
that fair?
I think seat 4 is
How much does he have?
smelling something foul now.
Alright,
Yeah, again.
so you wanted to go play
1 million.
the bracket.
400.
Let's play. He said
Let's play?
Alright.
And it looks like after all that, we're going to play it out.
I said, if fair, So we can do ACM. It's be fair.
I said we could look at the numbers. Nobody gave me the numbers.
What do you mean?
The ICM numbers. I was just picking the number that would be good with all the
It's fine. My number. My number.
Small blind.
So it sounds like Joseph, after thinking about it, realized he was getting the raw end of that deal.
Still 40.
So off we go now, back into the field of battle.
60, 60?
60, 60.
60, 60.
And blinds are 30,000, 60,000 with a 60,000 big blind ante.
First deal is ACM.
One fold.
So computer tell us what to do.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
125.
They didn't show it to us.
Where's my calculator? Computer tell us what to do. So I don't know what you want to do.
We didn't see it. Nobody showed it.
Oh, guys, you don't want to do ACM?
It's too late
It's
now.
too late now.
Or do it
Yeah,
now?
we gotta wait till someone busts down.
Yeah, you said you want to play.
Because everybody said we don't want it anymore.
We were
So
deciding, and you said you want to play. So we just like, okay, we play.
I say we go ahead and play after you say it's too
Small
late for
blind is not
ACM.
Too late now.
Now it's too. It wasn't late.
Small blind.
All right, so back to our old headline of the last 10 minutes, and then there were four. As we battle it out to crown a champion in our one-day 75K guarantee.
Me again?
Jack 9 off suit for Joseph.
4 fold. 5 jacks off, man. Heads up 2.
Taylor hanging around with his Jack Deuce, and the flop comes King High. Joseph gonna bet, snap fold from Taylor. Yeah, right now the average stack is about 27 big blinds.
You can come up with our own numbers too, don't you?
So every hand has the potential to be a make or break decision.
There's too much math in that 1 point.
55 in the pot. Typically, the third and fourth place should get a little more than you're getting now. Second place should be around even. First should get less than what it's getting.
Joseph with pocket fives now, the speed limit hand. And the first tournament that was played today was the Older Than Moneymaker event. The only qualification for that one was you had to be 48 years old or older to participate.
5 folds.
And Joseph gonna make it 500,000, 500,000 for his fives. And high suited connectors were short-handed. These hands can be huge. And even those middle suited connectors, especially short-handed, they tend to connect a lot more. At least statistically it seems, short-handed. Will find the fold, so Joseph takes down the pot. And tomorrow is the first couple of flights for our multi-day 150K guaranteed tournament. Again, the first couple of flights starting tomorrow. Your chance at a lion's share of $150,000. That final table, of course, will be live streamed here on TCH Live.
Take 4 folds. 5 folds.
Yes, tough laydown indeed. I definitely agree with you.
Call. One call. Adjust this back.
AC Doocy for Randall here. Looks like he'll check his option over to Salmon, who will check his nines back. And now 2 overcards for Salmon. Going to be difficult to call a bet here on the turn.
330.
And here comes the bet from Randall.
330.
330K. And Salmon will find the call. He'll stick around. 1.12 million in the pot. And to the river we go. It's the deuce of diamonds. Now Randall did pick up a pair on the river. Did fire the turn. And will make a bet. 450,000. Salmon makes this call. He'll float this pot up and will make the call. A little over 2 million. Shows his nines. And will drag in a good size 1. And that'll take Randall down to 475,000. And with that, we've got a dealer change. So with the dealer change, we again will hear from the big man himself right back after this.
The Moneymaker Poker Tour is headed to Texas. That's right, we're going to the Texas Card House in Houston, Texas from January 10th to 22nd. We're going to have 11 championship events with over $500,000 in guarantees. Check out MoneymakerPT.com for more information.
And that's MoneymakerPT.com for all the information you could ever hope for on the Moneymaker Tour. And not to mention, of course, TCH.com. Everything full schedule available online. Another quick look at the payouts now as we begin our next hand. Again, 6,380 is the next marker. Jedi Master Ted, I did hear tell of a point system. I will confirm that for you. And we will be live again this evening. And we'll have the 510 No Limit stream. So if you don't get enough TCH Houston this morning, we've got your fill this evening. Again, all your favorite players coming back to do battle on the felt like they do every week. Queen 9 for Joseph against Taylor's King Trey. Heads up. The flop comes ace high, ace 6-6. And Joseph gonna be aggressive here. Post flop decides to lead out for 60K, the minimum bet. Let's get called in the 8 of diamonds. Will rear its head. Again, Jedi Master Tev, I don't have the answer to that for you by the end of this stream. I will definitely address that in tonight's stream.
Remember to use the help. I have a hand trust.
So you can't use your phone up there. You have to walk down. Yeah, you have to just walk on the stairs there.
You go to talk to Chris?
No.
Moneymaker?
Good advice.
Oh, you got to. I don't really know what's going on.
Here's a hand that Salmon can do some damage with. Ace King offsuit.
Raises to 160.
Oh.
C4 goes all in.
And now Joseph with jacks. He's going to jam all in for $4 million. And Salmon
What you have? I had you.
is going to muck Ace King.
Ace king.
Show it to you.
I could beat you with ace king.
You lie. You always can do
So
that.
Salmon making a big fold short-handed.
Let me go home.
I promise, if I have aces, I'll tell you.
Okay. Keep your promises.
Good.
Suited ace for Taylor on the button.
5 raises to 150.
Does make it 150K to go. Again, those suited aces play very well post-flop, especially shorthanded. Having 2 wheel cards as well never hurts. Flop does come 9 high, however. Salmon with top pair. Goes check, check, and now a 10 will hit the turn. Boy, the lack of aggression is a little surprising. Again, we've seen these players be aggressive all night. And all day, for that matter. Guess one could argue all morning as well.
I'm a big blind again, range.
Come draw.
There you go. I like it. Think you picked a good horse, my friend. He is a very balanced player, very sound in decision making, and does make it hurt when he is in the pot.
Would you want to take one? I'm sorry. Good to go. 5 folds and 6 goes all in.
And Taylor with 1.6. Randall with 325,000. Going to jam all in with ace queen. And Joseph looks down at 7 tray. Can't do anything with that. Things continue to move right along as we take a look now at the chip counts of our final table.
7 right there.
4.61 million as the chip leader. That's Salmon. Joseph in second with 4.19, 1.58 for Taylor, and 475,000 for Randall. And Alberto making his own prediction, thinking Randall's going to make a comeback. That'll be a lot of fun to watch.
That hand hits more than any other hand out there in check.
Actually, I like the film.
Had it earlier. I raise. It rips. He re-rips. Has kings flop 10 jack 6. But river is 6, so he would have. I mean, if I
You
call
have 2
it,
pairs.
yeah.
It just hits all the time.
Always blame on me.
And suited connectors now for Salmon. 6-7 of hearts. just flats with it. Now, Joseph with some suited Broadway cards. We're definitely going to see some kind of raise from him. See just how much in a moment.
We're gonna raise to 500. 5 folds.
It's going to make it a $500,000.
And 1 folds.
And he will take it down. So Kojak, bang, bang, is good.
The heavy artillery hand.
Yeah, give it.
Browns are going up. 48.
And our four-handed frivolities continue. Big thank you to everybody who's going to be watching the sunrise with us this morning. And this tournament started at 4:00 p.m. yesterday. And here we are approaching 5:30 in the morning. So these guys have been going at it for well over 12 hours to this point.
Definitely call him.
Right now, to my knowledge, Jedi Master Ted, there's still one running right now.
Blind up.
Yeah, 40.
Browns are up 48, so yes, sir.
However, we did have a plethora of cash action this evening, ranging from 1-2 no limit to the nefarious 1-2-5 PLO.
Six goes all in.
And now Randall finds a hand he likes. It's Jack 10 suited. He's all in for 315K. Salmon gonna make the call with Kojak.
See one call. Shoot.
And Joseph gonna fold ace high.
Don't do that. Please, sir.
So here we go. We're heads up now, and we're gonna run it out. Jack 10 suited, Kojak offsuit.
What'd you have?
Hand is asleep.
What'd you have?
You see it, right? I know. So they're tired, guys. So thank you very much, but
That it is, Jedi Master 10. That it is. Oh boy, king right off the bat. Gutter ball to a queen, however, is a saving grace for Randall. And whoa, maybe I spoke it into existence. Wow. See, there also has the diamond redraw, and yeah, why not? Ends up with a flush instead. So Randall gonna take down the pot, finds a way to bring his stack back up to the 790,000 range. And the clock continues ticking, however. The blinds will continue to go up regardless of the speed as to Randall building his stack.
After my stupid ass bluff versus my limp with that hand now. Memory.
Queen Jack of spades now for Randall.
Six is all in.
And he's going to rip it again. Salmon with a pocket pair of fours. And Randall did take a little bite out of him. Just a hand to go. And looks like he's going to... No, he pump faked it. No, he's 790 to make the call. He will find the fold button after all those antics.
One fold hand. Call.
wow.
And oh, absolutely disgusting as Taylor wakes up with aces.
Here you popped it.
So off we go. Pocket pair of aces, queen jack of spades. And we've got a queen on the flop, so there's some light at the end of this very long tunnel.
10, queen.
All right, a 10 could also be an out now. So 8 outs to the river.
Oh my
And he finds one again. Oh my goodness. Ace is cracked.
Lucky, man. Nice hand.
Wow.
How much you got?
It's gonna be 790. Double check it.
I'm fucking
Boy, it's times like this when I feel like I'm narrating a Dos Equis commercial. I don't always crack aces, but when I do, it's with suited connectors.
That's how poker goes. Anything can happen.
So Randall's starting to run things back up in his direction. Nicely done.
What you got now?
Comes back up to over 1.5 million.
1.6.
Just that before I started bluffing you.
1.6, 1.2. You got about what? You're ready to make a deal, though.
Jedi Master Ted, I don't care what Streamlabs tells you. I agree with your analysis.
I still don't want it.
Alberto did call this comeback, and I will amend my earlier statement. Is stacked now over 1.7 million.
You don't want 10 right now? 10.
So trending in the right direction.
I think I can probably use your 10 for you.
I gotta talk to Streamlabs. Nobody puts Jedi Master Ted in the corner.
Third isn't even 10, no?
8 more, sir.
So the blinds have gone up. We're at 40,000, 80,000 with an 80,000 big blind ante.
If I post it.
Yeah, I got you. I respect that.
Me? Yes, sir. You game?
Joseph with a suited king.
The hand is
It's like he's not content to just flat here. He's going to bump it up. It looks to be about 300K to go.
And 1 fold.
And he'll scare everybody off in the process. And you'll see that a lot more in tournament play rather than cash.
Big bond, sir.
yes.
88.
True. Take it. Anyhow.
You said,
You said all
you
that.
say all in? 5 all in. 6 folds.
Oh, no, you still got cards.
And Queen 9 for Taylor.
670.
One of the wings is shit. Short is impossible. Like all.
And he likes it enough to jam on it. He's all in. Joseph with a suited ace is going to make the call. So now it is Taylor fighting for his tournament life with Queen 9. Boy, oh boy, a couple aces on the flop. That's not what he wanted to see at all.
Salt in the wounds.
So tray of spades, and off we go to this truly meaningless river. The Jack of Clubs. So the Ace 5 will take out another of our competitors. And then there were 3. So disappearing is Taylor into the fluorescent luminescence.
9, 14.
He'll collect $6,380. And that means the next out will take home a cool $9,100.
40.
So getting close to that top spot, which is paying out just under 26 grand at $25,770.
It's 48. More like 49.
Are they able to do anything?
48
They
and
wanna work out
20.
They can pause it. You said y'all can pause it if you like. Y'all wanna pause it?
Yeah, I know most morning shows have some kind of forecast, some kind of weather forecast, but of course, you know, I'm no meteorologist. Instead, I'll tell you about the tournament forecast
48 in the pot.
for TCH Houston. Of course, we've got the event number 3 kickoff. That is the $150,000 guarantee, Flight 1A. That will start today at noon. So if you haven't made your plans yet to come out, it's a $300 buy-in for your shot at the lion's share of $150,000.
All right, he needed more than me.
And of course, if you can't make that noon flight, we also have one at 5 p.m. And it's going to be a 30,000 chip starting stack, 25-minute blind levels as well. So it's going to be a good structure. Jedi Master Ted, all right. Whenever we do the morning shows from now on, walking off into the sunrise, I will take it.
Right.
I know he'll take 14.
Okay, Chris.
Oh, I didn't sign off the segment. That concludes your tournament forecast for TCH Houston.
Try to get that guy 10 grand.
Forecast calls for aces cracked with scattered bad beats throughout the afternoon. All culminating, of course, in a ray of sunshine on those who will bag and move on to day 2 of the 150K guarantee.
Heads up.
Go to the flop. It is 10 high, a couple of spades. 5 of diamonds. It's going to give a pair to Randall. Still looking for one of 14 outs is Salmon.
6 bets, 275.
And Salmon going to stick around to see if he can catch that flush. So off we go to the river. 14 outs. And the ace is not going to be one of them. Now Randall will check, and Saul going to go check, check easily. But Randall going to collect another pot as he continues to trend in the right direction. And 40, 80, 80s, you can see the rail materializing out there in the TCH Houston studio.
Big blind, sir.
And I do want to give a very special shout out to everybody spending this beautiful Thursday morning
6 raises to 200.
and this beautiful Thursday morning with us here at TCH Live, as now Solomon will look down at Kings. He's just going to flat with them.
1 out.
I mean, especially short-handed. I'm surprised to see him just be flatted here. There's an ace-high flop, so I guess there is a saving grace to it. He also doesn't have a diamond.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
1 bet's 100.
But now here on the flop, he'll lead out for 100, and now we'll go to the turn. Again, all diamonds on the flop. And, oh, this just gets worse and worse for Solomon. As you can see there are 2 outs for Solomon on the top left of your screen. He does bet at it, and now Randall decides the stakes are too low. He's going to bump it up, makes it 450, and Solomon going to get sticky with the Kings now. 1.6 in the middle, and the 4 of spades will hit the river. It's not going to mean anything to anybody. But now Salman going to bet 175K. Another raise incoming from Randall, who's sitting on 1.7 million, just over a 1-to-1 SPR. Does decide to just flat though, at the risk of running into a flopped flush. And I do think that's a good flat. I do. Plenty of stuff that still beats you out there, even with trip aces.
You want to play all the way for sure?
Might as well, man. I'm not
But
gonna.
he just had over a 1-to-1 SPR at that point.
Take 16 each. I think we have them on the same amount of chips.
But of course, with the board being that particular texture,
Still go for AC.
you're going to want to lean more towards the flatting end of your spectrum rather than the raising or jamming end.
If you want to end it, we got 16,000 each. All of us. Equal. Equal partners.
Let's do it for AC and it's a fair deal.
It's just gonna take
He wants a fair deal.
Yeah.
Let's not discuss anything.
ACM not fair deal?
No.
You
I'm
said
saying
earlier.
If you want to go, I see him.
Yeah, well, earlier he said that. Earlier he said he
No,
wants
no,
to
we're
do
good.
it.
Yeah, let's just.
Everything
I
else.
several times to say the ACM.
Yeah, but earlier you said everybody gets the even share. You're fine with that.
Oh well, let's just go.
Confused me now. What's going on?
It's 80.
80. Okay, 80 is 80.
8-6 offsuit for Randall here, facing 80,000 if he wants to see a flop with it.
Even money now.
I don't know if I want to take it.
That's what I'm saying. You got the 16 now. We're good.
And we'll go 3 ways to this flop. It'll come queen high, 2 hearts. Picking up a pair of 8s is Randall. So it gets checked around to him. With bottom pair, he's just going to check it. Now another jack will hit the turn. And Randall going to bet at it here on the turn as well. Salman going to make the call, looking for a 10 to complete his gutter ball. Instead, the 5 of spades. We'll just lock things up for Randall. We'll see if Salman elects to put anything else in this pot. And the way this one was played out, I expect that it's going to be a relatively easy call for Randall, regardless of how the amount. And the amount is 275.
Let's go.
And there it is. So Randall continuing to skyrocket toward the top of the leaderboard in chips. Boy, this man was down to 325,000 at one point and now finds himself just behind Joseph. Meanwhile, the line continues in the less desirable direction for Salman. Yeah, big good morning to you, Mayhem. Hope your morning is off to a fantastic start.
Hold on. Well, I'm not the big one.
No, sorry, you're the button.
That's a secret. What did they say? I called
King 8 now for Joseph.
80, right?
Check call?
Yeah.
Okay. 80. 4 calls.
Oh, I still not the check.
6 calls. 1 check.
Still.
3 players.
And wow, it's actually going to be a jack high board.
1 checks. 4 checks.
And both Randall and Salman flopping top pair. Now the turn will bring the queen into play.
100.
Neither player with a queen, however.
4 calls.
Randall gonna find the call, as will Joseph. So 3 ways we still go to the river, and there's the ace of spades. Very interesting card. Player who can do the most damage representing it, of course, is Joseph, and he's reaching for some betting chips.
4 bets, 400.
It's going to immediately chase away Randall, and Salmon facing a bet of 400 a call. He does dig deep and find the call,
Showdown.
and he'll take down the pot. So perhaps Salmon starting to trend in the correct direction.
Nice call, man. How did Jack do?
Yeah, might want to water.
It'd be great. St. Louis Western.
And for those just tuning in to hang out with us this beautiful Thursday morning, this tournament started off with 362 entries. And that happened yesterday afternoon, approximately 4 p.m.
If I put you on.
Yeah, here we are now approaching 6 a.m. And we're down to our final 3.
Oh.
6 raises to 2.
Suited computer hand for Salmon.
1 calls.
How much?
41.
So what's going on?
It's 200.
200.
1 calls.
Yeah.
You're gonna fold every hand. We're never gonna get to do this.
4 calls. Heads up.
So off we go to the flop, couple aces and an 8. So Randall catching a piece of that board with Jack 8 of diamonds. Also has a backdoor diamond draw to his credit.
But we both missed that, but I have something worse than you, I think.
1 call.
I already have a king. You're small blind.
40.
I'm at home now.
88.
When we look at who's been the most aggressive pre-flop out of these 3, it has definitely been Randall. We have seen it more often as we've gotten down to the shorthanded play.
4 calls.
Most recently, in the last 20 minutes, again was down to 375K. Now finds himself second in chips behind Joseph.
Heads up.
And to the flop we go. It comes Jack High Rainbow.
4 checks. 6 checks.
Board will pair 10s on the turn. And immediately to the river, the tray of clubs.
4 checks. 6 bets. 100.
So King High is good.
That's for hell of
And King High is going to find a bet. 100K to go. Joseph looks like he's got a flat curiosity getting the better of him here. And he's going to lose this pot to King High.
small blind, right?
No, sir. You're the button.
I'm not. Okay.
Good.
Oh, pair of trays. Apologies, Jimmy. I must have missed that. I apologize. See, that's why I love interacting with the chat. They keep me in check.
One raises. Two, one's 8. 6 call. That's right. Heads up.
And now the flop will come 10 high.
One check. One check.
That is true. Really did, just to keep him in check. Again, we know he's more than capable of making moves with any 2 cards on that particular board.
Not yet.
Maybe. It's 30-minute level, so it's hard to tell.
Good.
Now a suited ace for Randall. We'll see if he can continue climbing. And hands like this, especially short-handed,
Just a 200.
very powerful. Decides to open with it. Makes it 200K to go. And wow, nobody wants to play with him today again. Would you want to play with him? I mean, he's running hot right now, about as hot as Joseph was coming into this final table. But he caught fire at the right time.
I say 10-minute break. Do we have a 10-minute
No,
break?
no breaks.
No more breaks. We gotta get going.
See, my doctor said I have to have a cigarette every hour since already first time.
One calls. 4 folds.
300.
6 raises to 300. And 1 fold.
It is true. He had a meteoric rise from, I think, what was it? It was not more than 45 minutes ago. He found himself down to 375,000. And has since then found a way to take the chip lead 3-handed at this final table.
4 fold. 6 fold.
You're not even loose style.
88, they're big blind.
Big blinds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. 6 fold. 1 call.
So you and me,
Uh-huh.
a chicken in the blind.
Check knock. Heads up.
Again, been watching him for the better part of 13 hours now. And I got to tell you, Joseph's talking tactics are quite extraordinary. Able to get just about any kind of response from anyone. And you see right there, not afraid to bet big. And always willing to show when he has it.
Alright, Alan, Daryl's coming
go.
And with that, we've got ourselves a dealer change. And with a dealer change, again, you know, you're tired of listening to me talk to you about it. So how about the man himself? Here's Chris back after this.
The Moneymaker Poker Tour is headed to Texas. That's right, we're going to the Texas Card House in Houston, Texas from January 10th to 22nd. We're going to have 11 championship events.
It's like a little difficulty there with the video. The good news, dealer didn't change, so we get right back into the action. 10-9 of hearts for Solomon. The flop comes. Ace high does catch a pair of 10s. And he's going to lead out with second pair here. And that is all it will take. And Solomon looking to trend in the right direction. Got off to a good start. Got off to a steady start, as a matter of fact. But since then, did manage to double up Randall twice. And now with the dealer change, see if he's willing to talk to us now.
The Moneymaker Poker Tour is headed to Texas. That's right, we're going to the Texas Card House in Houston, Texas from January 10th to 22nd.
Well, it looks like the video clip struggles will continue.
Just do it like that so when you get cashed out, we can just go ahead and pay.
But again, you've heard the tournament forecast for today's action. Again, all starting at noon today is the first flight of the 150K multi-day.
Come on, cheer up a little bit.
Come on, brother. I thought you did too. What is it? 361.
Good to go.
460. 60. 81. 19. 8119. Oh, you don't play any cards. You don't play no hands.
No, I don't play no hand.
5-4 off suit for Randall. He's going to go ahead and flat here. Solomon just... what? He checks his option with King Jack suited on the big blind? Okay, why not? There now, a straight will come into play. And Solomon gonna call with King Jack. Now a 7 of hearts will hit the turn. Pair of the board with 7. See if Randall can get any value out of Solomon here on this river.
350. 6 bets, 350.
Again, definitely missing an opportunity there by not raising pre-flop. And he raises pre-flop. He's able just to scoop the blinds and move right along. So he scooped the call from Randall for that matter. You know he's not going to want to go very far with 5-4 when you decide to pop it up to 3 or 4x.
You're right.
To each their own.
Good. Six raises, 325. One fold.
For a very long time, maybe like last year.
Yeah, I was just
I saw you.
I don't go all in.
So Joseph sees a pair of 9s, and there he is, the emphatic all in. And Randall with his suited ace.
Man, I usually would snap this off, but you haven't played a hand in like.
That's what you just said.
Oh, that's what he just said. Oh. This is supposed to be a snap call. I'm confused. Oh fuck me.
Oh, come on, don't say it. Don't say it.
Play a hand.
And he is going to fold ace 8 suited. Wow.
Oh, you're good fold. Good fold.
Again, you heard him. This should be a snap call instead. winds up being folded. We've seen some, for lack of a better term, rather nitty folds.
Honestly, I just thought
And some nitty checks for that matter. I mean, King Jack suited in the big blind. You're not going to raise that when it comes back to you? Wow.
$100, $200, $200, guys. Big blind.
I have a small blind,
50,
right?
100.
I'm in the small blind.
Yeah, small, sorry.
100.
One folds.
50. I know you like it.
And now Joseph with 8 tray and a hand he can double down with for sure.
Yeah, okay. I don't care if it was too short. That's too short to you.
Yeah. What you want, all this?
Yeah.
Look at our chip stacks now. Randall in the chip lead with 4.6 million. Joseph behind him with 3.885. And bringing up the rear with 2.52 is Salmon.
No, my boss said C4 never shows his card.
Exactly.
You 50.
Ace 8 of diamonds now for Randall. And a suited ace 8 was the hand that should have been a snap call according to his own logic
C6.
not too long ago.
One fold. 100, 100. 100, 100.
Absolutely.
And the blinds have gone up. We're at 50,000, 100,000, 100,000. So each player is still with an average around
Good. Pretty good.
33 big blinds.
6 razor, 300. One calls.
One out.
What's up?
King 10 of spades, ace 7 of diamonds. I sense a good one brewing. And look at that. Couple of spades and an ace high board. This could get bloody. I'm glad you asked that, Jimmy. I will show you the payouts in just a moment. Randall's got to bet 450,000 at it with the nut flush draw. Salmon gonna go ahead and flat 1.7 mil in the middle, and now another ace will hit the board. Very interesting. Boy, how sick would the deuce of spades be? $850 going to be the bet from Randall. And Solomon's decided he's had enough. He'll wave the white flag. And as requested, Jimmy, here's a look at what is at stake for our final three. Third place will be taking home $9,100. Second place, $14,040. Meanwhile, first place will be taking home a cool $25,770.
1 fold.
King Queen of diamonds now in the small blind for Joseph.
C4 razors.
It's a hand.
folds.
And Jack deuce here for Randall, red offsuit. Decides he doesn't even want to try it, and someone had him destroyed, well outkicked, to say the least. And you see that number for Randall continues to grow. It's now up to 33% when it comes to the RFI statistic. He is raising the pot first.
Oh, say six. Six raises. 250. One fold.
You say 650?
250.
No, 250.
250.
With ace 5, Randall bumps up to 250. Joseph with ace 4.
Four raises to 500.
500 though. It's less.
It's gotta be 500.
And now Joseph gonna bump it up, makes it 500,000 to go. Pot now just below $1 million.
Yes. You know, arithmetic is not my best.
Oh. Okay. You're right.
Cannot even see.
Oh, he's right. You're right. 400. You can make 400. Yeah, 400.
What do you think?
Yeah.
And a correction, the raise was to 400.
So raising $50. So 250. 50. Yeah, you already got 50. It's $200.
Always take advantage of you guys.
As the flop comes, Jack high, Jack and a couple of deuces.
Oh, hey, 325. It's the Jimmy ones? 325.
345?
325.
325.
It's all
325 will be the bet. And lots of clarification.
Six call.
And Randall will find the call. So 1.6 in the middle. And now, boy, this is going to be a chop pot unless one of them can hit the river.
950.
6 bets 950.
950,000 the bet. And he will end up chasing away the opposition.
Ace and ace wood. 5.
Yeah.
I have ace, but I don't remember what I said.
Chop. 2 pair on the
Yeah, it's now past 6 in the morning. Again, this tournament started at 4 p.m. yesterday. And here we are. The battle continues. Well, we're three-handed and looking to crown our first champion of the Moneymaker live streams.
One calls, honey.
Oh, yeah.
6-4 moves in. All in.
So Joseph sees a hand he likes. King, queen. He's going to go all in. Solomon with Jack 10 says, no, thank you.
You don't need to see a flop, huh?
If you flop it, you can have on your sheet of 6, you get 2 more 6s.
You're right. Absolutely right.
That is a good question, Jimmy. There is not going to be an option to pause. This will be played out in its entirety.
We're good.
Ah, guys, 5.
6 calls. Take that. checks.
It definitely has been a long one for sure, Jimmy, but I'm just as excited as you are to see how this all ends up. And the blinds are 50, 100, 100.
It's 125.
Take
You go
5
125.
bucks.
Oh, yeah.
Four
Take
and
another
two.
one off of there, too, yeah.
You see what I'm talking about?
You good? You couldn't have lost nothing.
I know you like me playing with one card, but I think I need two.
Here we go now. A couple of sevens for Randall.
4 phones.
1 phone, 4 phones.
Nobody's got any kind of firepower to play with him. So his stack continues to grow. He's up to 6.6 million.
Jesus. 20 minutes to 6 o'clock.
I never heard that time before. 40 minutes to 6 o'clock?
20. 20 to 6.
Okay.
I mean, you can say 5:40, but 20 minutes to 6 is, I think, say easier.
1 phone.
All in.
2-4 moves all in.
Joseph gonna move all in with king, queen off suits and cue the emphatic fold.
Any ace on
I
his
mean, I
phone.
have this hand every hand.
Yeah, eventually in a poker tournament, you just get to the point where you feel like your only options are all in or fold. It would appear Joseph has gotten to that state of mind already.
First that.
Hold on. I'm not in the mood.
And now Joseph with kings, he's sitting on 3.4 million.
Take me a little bit.
Good, you good. You
Seriously.
You good.
So I don't know where he feels the need to jam on big hands right now.
What to hit? $100?
100.
All right, 400. I mean,
See 4
uno,
rings.
2, 3, 4, 6, 500.
You said 400.
Face it.
It's 400.
I'm lying.
It's 4.
This time doesn't look like he's going to jam. Instead, he's going to raise it, makes it 400 to go. And oh my goodness, Randall's got his sevens again. Yeah, another one of those instances, we could see some blood in the water.
1 million.
6 raise it to 1
What you
million.
said?
1 million.
Oh, I'm glad it's shit.
And now Randall gonna make it $1 million straight to go. And you know right where this is going with Joseph.
All in.
Here comes the all-in button. All in he goes, and now we'll see what Randall will do with these sevens. Again, he's made a few immaculate folds at this final table.
You probably cover me.
So, 4 million?
No, I have 4 million long time ago, but before New Year.
You got like 3.3 or 4.
1, 2, 3.
And it looks like there is the call. So it's going to be the sevens against kings. Usually in this spot, you're hoping that you're racing. Instead, it is the dreaded overpair. And not just any overpair, the second best starting hand in poker.
He was right.
3,520. 3,520.
He's okay.
This fucking axe, he did it last time with aces, man. Look, fucking, I'm ready to go.
I'm sorry.
And call.
He doesn't have aces.
What'd you do?
He called.
Oh,
Call.
Where you go?
let's roll them over. Let's roll them over.
Nice hand.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, he did it last time.
Right.
The whole show.
Sick, man.
So away we go. A monster pot over 6 million chips in the middle. And the flop will come queen high, 2 clubs. And clubs are dominated. There's a 6, so it's got to be a 7, and only a 7. That won't do it. Kings will hold up here, and now that's a huge bite being taken out of our chip leader. Wow.
540.
540?
20. 520. Want me to talk you into
What do
the
you have?
deal now? 16 each? Right now?
3,500,000.
You could probably talk him into it. Yes or no? Papa.
What, you need,
No. He ready to chop 3 ways if you want to do it. 16 each. You get the extra.
only I go for ACM is fair.
We can talk about whatever.
He's already said.
I'm asking him again. You can't interrupt me when I'm talking to a player about,
Yes, I
about
can.
the
He's already
deal.
said no to it.
Need a
I
button?
could ask him a different deal.
Oh,
You said
Remember
the same
before?
No, it's not. It's
Before,
about-
I
we're
want to
having
say,
a
let's
conversation.
chop, even they have a chip leader. You say no, you want
Yeah,
more.
say no. If you don't want to, don't. If you want to finish now, we can. That's all.
Yeah, and everything all settled. That was a huge pot.
It is up and down. I think
And
it's-
it is not accurately reflected in what you see just there as Joseph becomes the chip leader.
ACM or not?
And becomes the chip leader by a wide margin.
Who wants ICM?
All right, forget it. I don't say so, you don't say so, and Chris don't say nothing.
Big blind. Big blind.
Big blind, what, 200?
100 and 100. So good to go. Good. Good. 6 phone. Yeah. 1 call. One checks is hustle. We're gonna hit it. One checks.
I just make your life easier, all in.
4 moves all in.
Believe so, yes. I believe you heard that right, Jimmy. I always found it interesting how the tones of those change when they're put in different positions as they were when the first talk of chop came around.
What now? I don't do nothing.
I could have just slid him around, huh?
You tired too?
No.
You not?
Just has to go somewhere.
No, I was young once. I never been tired, it's just 3 days.
My game plan's weird using my snap ball.
Hey, you really definitely can't knock the guy for trying, that's for sure. And you look, it's going to cost each player $250,000 in orbit to play now. These blind levels are getting out of control.
Somebody got kings there.
Yeah. I know, that's what
I
I'm
know you
saying.
had a strong hand.
Usually, bro, that's what I'm saying with him. Sevens, I fucking snap. Anytime of the day,
Oh,
but with
yeah.
him, he was
I'm in the show, man, this show. Like now.
And you see skyrocketing into the chip lead with 7.3 million. Now Randall with ace-9 offsuit. Gonna jam all in, and he'll take the blinds.
In the small.
That's his one.
Good. Good to go. Six call. One raise to 250. Wow.
Couple of tens now in the small blind. Salmon gonna bump it up. Makes it 250K to go. Meanwhile, the suited Dolly Parton gonna stick around. 9-5 in diamonds. And flops 2 pair with it. Wow. Then there's the over pair of Salmon, of course.
Lose all in. One
Wow,
call.
nice flop. Nice hand.
See, one has 3.
Looks like Salmon jamming all in. Snap called by Randall. And now Salmon's tournament life hangs in the balance.
I have a straight.
And flop 2 pair against the over pair to the turn. It's the Queen of
I have
Hearts.
straight.
So looking for 10 outs. You see him on your screen. To the river. Does catch the Queen. Wow.
Now you shoot.
So Salmon getting luckier than a leprechaun in March. Able to have the board pair to save him.
You are.
Boy, talk about a gross way to lose a hand. Wow.
Ah,
You're in the blind.
I'm in the blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, small blind. 50.
Yeah. I guess you're just helping a little bit. Take it, whatever. Lucy, you know how much I trust you?
How much?
A lot.
And we have seen some sick beats on this final table. As you can see there, floor manager again, that's Chris Hall. Covering off some of the smaller chips that aren't that necessary anymore. And replacing them with the brown 100,000 chips.
Okay, 5 calls. 6 calls.
And 8-6. And Queen 7.
What?
Oh, okay. I thought when we beat this, I was dead. Oh, okay. You good? 6-6 raise 250. One fold.
I'm trying to get these games. Nice raising, man. Man's gotta wait for aces and kings. Oh, big one.
50. You're small blind. Good. One fold. 4 calls.
400,000.
6 raises to 400.
Suited computer hand here. Queen 7 of diamonds.
I'm here, agent. I don't really fight. I can beat.
Alright guys, take about a 2-minute break. We're gonna race off the 5K.
Yeah, no raise on.
We're gonna race off the 5Ks. Y'all can take about a 2-minute break.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good. Fantastic. You may say, we say. Anybody want a cigarette?
So,
No.
And it looks like an opportunity. Everybody going to get up and stretch for a brief moment. And it's been a long day for these three, so they deserve a little bit of a break. So don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back as soon as they return to the seats. Don't go anywhere.
So he has one, he has one? Yep. Nobody gets in. There's no point in racing.
Ready?
Right?
I'm assuming. I mean, that's only 10,000. They rounded all the way up 25.
No.
Hello?
Right?
No, it broke.
On to 85. So this is 375. 400.
1,250,000. And who else? Oh.
And guess what?
What you got? He's got 1 million, 2 million, 2 million, 567, 2 million, 875. Oh, we broke the game down quick, man. It didn't stop. I thought this thing was gonna go until 89. Too late. One more rack. No, I mean the turn. I'm just talking about the turn.
I got a lot more chips right now. Let's just keep playing.
Yeah.
Let me catch up a little before I do the thing.
Like you said, he does it.
Is the button right there? The button that shows the button.
I'm in blind?
I forgot where the button was
I don't know. I wouldn't, but I mean,
2 million. And this is 2 million.
they can't access now. Right.
Are you ready?
You good?
We'll do it.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
What? No, I told him, he said, we're gonna keep.
So just a quick little color up break there as we'll get back to the action in just a moment. Everybody has returned to the table and trying to remove as many of those 5,000 and 25,000 increment chips as they
You
can.
don't want to do everybody split. Everybody even. You don't want to do that.
What is it again?
75K one, 25K
75.
75?
125. 125.
It's about that time.
First stack. 125. Good to go.
125?
Yes, sir. You good?
Just 125.
Just 125. 4 folds.
Just
6 call.
Jack 6 for Randall. He's going to go ahead and flat here. The blinds have gone up.
white clothes.
We're at 75,000, 125, 125.
6 check, 1 check. 6 checks.
So the king will complete the straight for Salmon.
1 bet. 150. $250. That's what I need.
Twice.
No.
Just one time.
Total.
What's the small one?
75.
So both small blind is 75 both times?
No, those are 100, brother.
Yeah, those are 100.
Here, you need some here. Get some here.
Please. I'm
You got it? We're good.
Suited connectors for Randall, 5-4 of spades.
Six raises at 300.
Makes it 300,000 to go. Selman with 10-9 offsuit wants to stick around and see a flop. So the two short stacks doing battle. Flop will come 5 high. Rainbow at that. 2 pair for Randall. 2 overcards for Salmon.
6 bets. 450, 120. $75.
Oh, sure.
Yes, sir. Add it ready. Good. Good. One fold. Two, 4 raises, 400.
And 5 deuce for Joseph. Decides he wants to raise with it. Randall, however, has got 8s. He's going to flat with them. We go to the flop. And it's king high.
2, 4 checks. Six bets, 550.
And definitely more hands along the king jack, maybe king 9 range when it comes to just flatting there.
No,
Hold
you're
on.
not in the
I'm
block.
not.
I'm small, yeah.
It's time for your bedtime, man.
Your wife is calling you, man. Oh.
What?
Your first stack. We're good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not.
Six points. 6 raises, 300. One calls 300. There
King 8, king 9 going to battle in the blinds. Flop comes ace high. It's going to grind everybody's action to a halt.
you go. One check.
So now the board pairs on the turn.
6 bets. Wait.
What's going on? Are we with it?
What happened?
Yeah, it looks like that's going to take us through yet another dealer change. So we'll try again. See if we can get it.
The Moneymaker Poker Tour is headed to Texas. That's right, we're going to the Texas Card House in Houston, Texas from January 10th to 22nd. We're going to have 11 championship events with over $500,000 in guarantees. Check out MoneymakerPT.com for more information.
We welcome back Steven to the table. Him and Carol switching every down now.
Good.
Okay, good. I go for you in
Now 7-6 offsuit. Joseph gonna check his options, so we go heads up to the flop. Comes Jack 7 Jack. So both players catching a piece of this.
Now I look and then we'll.
All in and a call. 4 goes all in.
Solomon gonna call the all in from Joseph, so Solomon in good position to double up.
525.
Free roll.
You got it.
Free roll.
You're that one.
I had a 7-2. That's what's crazy. I had 7-8.
Yeah, the aggressive tactics of Joseph coming back to bite him here this time.
So I'm glad you doubled. But
You can see Joseph is drawing to 2 outs.
see the healthy.
And to the river we go, a 5%er. And oh my goodness, it hits! Oh my goodness. Boy, you want the definition of alligator blood. Oh my goodness.
That's the kill. So the 75, right? 75.
And just flatting the 125 to the flop we go. Couple of ducks and an ace.
One bet's 225.
When you take a look there, the short stack is Solomon at just over $1 million in chips. Back and forth, back and forth. Every player at this table not playing unless they seem to have a top 10% GTO hand. And when one of them gets it, they bet big and scare everybody else away. It's a vicious cycle we've seen got ourselves into.
Oh, yeah, I'm so used to just throwing 75 to everybody, dude.
Bams.
Sure.
6 check. Goes all in.
Left now. Oh,
I hit the board, not great. I was fucking tearing the straight draw, yeah.
okay, well,
And a straight draw.
that's good, though.
It's so scary because you could have anything they call it,
That's what that's.
yeah. You could have pocket fours.
Oh, pocket 4s in there. Oh, no way.
So 150. Anybody change me?
Yeah, here. What do you need?
Dealer gets you, you just gotta put it up and dealer gets you every time.
There you go.
So 175, right?
120.
125.
5. I
Okay.
said
1 and 1. 1 and 1.
7-8 offsuit for Randall.
I can do it.
Six raises to 300.
And now a couple of 8s for Joseph.
We are winner. All in.
And he's going to jam all in. Randall folds again, just not wanting to play with his food and ends up losing on a lot of value. And I'm absolutely destroyed.
So you read me very well, huh?
No, I don't.
Nobody can reach you, man.
I really cannot read myself.
You don't even know what you have sometimes.
No, I don't.
Small one, sir. So now we can reach you.
It's 75, right?
It is.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
He's 75.
Yeah. Now it's your turn.
Now it's your turn. It's your turn again.
125 to call. You're the small
Yeah,
one.
but small blind
Yeah,
75.
that's fine. That part's fine.
You agreed?
Yeah.
Okay, I call. How much you said? 125?
4 calls. 125, yes, sir. Option. C4,
400.
525.
It's 500.
I'm sorry, C6.
525.
525.
525, yes, sir.
Ah, come on.
You can beat that, Papa?
So it's in
You're not, you're Jack Miller, you're yourself.
Dominated.
You go all in, that's it. You know,
Yes, he goes, shake. I know you.
You don't need a pocket parachute. Stop. Let's go, baby. Let's get this rolling.
I just don't know.
it's gonna
6
go
a.m.
slow.
I thought we were going to be done by 6.
I just let.
Usually do.
Alright, so next time, alright?
Okay.
Good. And you, sir?
Maybe it's this time.
Not
4
this
calls.
time. 6 goes all. What are you guys hitting?
And all in Randall with King 5 suited, no callers. So the cycle continues. Well, I guess with just the way these guys have clammed up, we're going to have to wait for something like aces or kings to see any action.
Not too big, but I'm not. ICM. Good. Alright, you get out of it.
Watch, here comes the overbet, and here comes the fold. Yep. Who didn't see that one coming?
Go all over me. Fuck. All I need is a king, deuce, king, 3, king, 4, king, 5, king, 5.
ICM.
Yeah.
ICM. ICM.
We're just gonna play this shit out now. I'm tired of fucking with the fucking top situation.
Everyone's different things. No. Okay.
Yo, switcheroo.
Can everybody please put your cards back on the closeout, please? Good. One call. 4 folds. 6 checks. Heads up. 6 bets. 2. 1 call.
Check.
6 checks. 1 checks.
Thanks.
And you see here, King 6, way good. Had him destroyed from Jump Street. Here's the jam all in from Randall. And nobody can make that call with King High right there.
Good. Any first sir? 4-fold.
Best hand in poker, 7 deuce offsuit, gonna get mucked right away.
6-fold.
I can beat you.
90% of the hands I'm
I
showing
can
there.
beat you, but still to 7.
Actually, 98% of the hands I'm showing there.
Good. 6-fold.
Here comes the all-in,
One goes all in.
and here comes the fold.
850.
Boy, who saw that coming?
One raises to 250.
I call.
4 calls. 6 calls. Heads up. It's at 250. 4 checks.
And ace high out in front right now. Queen 10 for Solomon. And he's going to jam all in on it. And Joseph has no reason to call, he says.
No, you go heavy
And
hand.
approaching the 7 a.m. hour on your Thursday. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning out there in TCH Live Nation.
Your
To your turn.
table, manager.
Your turn. I need to check you.
Joseph's got 7s. Here comes the all-in.
Happy New Year, guys. All in.
4's all in.
Yep. And now the 2 players who won't call. Oh, wow. We actually have a call. My goodness.
We didn't take all.
Ace Queen. So off we go now to the races. We got a king on the flop. So ace queen in trouble. There's a queen on the turn. And the short stack in great position with 1 card to come. And they'll double up. Again, the short stacks just will not die at this final table.
1.475. 1,475,000.
It was a race.
I
got lucky.
Oh, you're lucky.
On
Big
the
time.
turn. The flop is bad for me. Alright, now we're really even about, man.
Now
Really
you're good.
even. All of us are really even and shit.
So what do you want to do?
I don't care, man. Now we're really.
You already know what he's gonna say, so
No, now he can't really say he can get more because we're even about.
No, we even. So we're gonna split all of them evenly?
It's gonna be what, 16 each? Plus we give the
Small
rest of the
big, yeah.
kids.
Small blind?
Your big blind, sir.
I'm a big blind.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Your big blind.
I mean, I don't mind split evenly.
I don't mind either.
well, now
Yeah,
you're saving
now.
Howard.
I know.
I mean, our sub,
Six-fold.
Now that
Oh,
you're
what
short
the-
stacked,
what do they
now
have,
what
like
do
a-
you
No,
do?
he's not short stack though.
I know,
Sir.
but now that he doesn't
I know,
have
I know. Yeah, he
6,
doesn't
7
have a
million,
chokehold on us.
now it's like, we just wasted an hour and a half
I
playing.
know. I was
We
ready
could've
to
done
do
this
that.
an hour and
We're
a half.
ready earlier.
Four's gonna raise it.
Alright, fuck.
And one calls. The button is on 6.
so two of us?
Heads up.
Just two of us.
Yeah.
King 4, Queen 7, King Deuce, and now the flop comes 9 high. A deuce is featured, however.
Okay, all yours.
4 now.
And all in is Joseph, and all out is everyone else yet again.
It might take a while, that's all.
Everett,
I have a lot of
I don't
chips now
say
too,
anything.
so
You can have
I'm
to
fine
say.
with playing it out.
I cannot say the same.
But an hour and a half ago, I would be 100.
Yeah, I know, I know. You know how this
75.
game goes.
Oh, 75.
Never over.
Good. One calls.
Oh, what it take, you need.
4 calls.
And with 10, Trey Randall will take the pot away the easy way.
So now it's tough to.
We continue to march on. Again, it's just about 7 a.m. here in Houston.
Because it's
It has been rolling since 4 p.m. last night.
Good.
Suited Kojak. Here comes the all-in jam. And here comes 2 hands that can't call.
always showed you, always showed you.
Nice, nice.
You gotta wonder when these guys are gonna stop shooting themselves in the foot and actually try and play poker.
Okay.
Because for the last hour, we've had the all-in and fold show.
Six raises to 350. One calls. 4 calls. Good. One calls. 4 calls. 6 chips.
Yeah, Dilda, I have noticed that, Jedi Master Chet. My chair is making a little more noise than usual. Yeah. Maybe time to switch out the chair in the broadcast room. You see here the outs for Randall. He's got 13 outs, got a quarter of the deck that can help him. But he is going to go ahead and fold away. Gives way to Selman. And Joseph's got a hand. Let's see if he elects to overplay it again.
125, so the 350 is a bet.
Range to 4 ranges to 350.
He's just going to raise it this time. Well, you got to wonder if he's feeling okay. Randall, however, with pocket queens, see if he is the one that will derail this.
6 is gonna raise it to 900.
Oh, actually, decent bet sizing. Wow, it's been a long time since we've seen something like this.
900.
Yes, sir. 1.1.
I'm sorry. 1.1.
1 million. 100.
And Joseph's going to fold. King 9 suited.
My bad. I kind of want to keep him, I guess.
Six raises to 350. 1 folds. 4 folds.
Suited connector is not good enough for Joseph this time, so Randall will take down the pot. And the
Go all in.
75, sir.
Sorry?
75.
absolutely so. I think they've been missing out on a lot of value when doing so. And it's been going on like this for the last hour and 20 minutes, Griff? As a matter of fact, that was the first hand there where we saw some pretty reasonable sizing. I mean, we've been seeing them jamming 4.1 million into just the blinds.
Heads up.
Check.
6 check. 1 check.
450.
6 bet. 450. 1 folds. Good. 4 folds. 6 raises to 350.
Lines will be up next hand. 75K, 150K,
1 call.
Now we got a good one brewing here. 6s against 9s. Couple of pocket pairs going to battle.
Heads up.
And wow, flopping a set of nines now. Solomon immediately going check, check.
6 check. 1 check.
Interesting. I appreciate the feedback there, my friend. I will
150.
see what I can do about that.
Do you get the 7 or something? Do you really mean? There's just too much in there.
6 calls.
Oh my god, we were golden. Good thing my card. Give her a 10.
All right, I did go ahead and reset everything. Does that sound any better out there? Let me know. Am curious.
Bonds are at 75, 150.
150, 150.
150,
Yeah, so
Yes, sir.
150, and no. And 150, and offer you.
yes, sir.
And you're definitely not the only one Streamlabs has been picking on this morning. That's for sure.
Let's see it.
6 calls. 1 calls.
All right, cool, cool. All right. Much better. Perfect. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the feedback.
Wow. Oh, hello. Hey, kings. Always
Okay.
hello, kings.
Oh, he's on.
All right, go ahead and check it.
3 checks. Just a small bit.
Four of spades will hit the turn.
That's 150. 4 calls.
Solomon going to bet 150. Joseph going to flat here, and on to the river we go. And the jack is all it is going to take for Solomon to take this one down.
I was trying to go get in, lost it, and go home. Like it.
Or you could take 10 now. We'll figure the rest out.
So with the small 125,
75.
You definitely want
You can just put it out there. I got you.
you got it.
Yes, sir. Good to go, guys. 1 calls.
Nah.
1 calls. 6 checks.
And some of the sound effects we have heard from Joseph today have just been fantastic.
1 bets 175. 6 gold.
And you gotta wonder, Jedi Master 10, you gotta wonder.
Back and forth battle. People are about to show.
Here's the button.
So he thinks I knew I was gonna have to say.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much to help. All right, let's just go see the booms and done deal.
Good.
Happily go home. But not now.
4 falls.
And the blinds have gone up. It's now 75, 150, 150.
350.
1, 2, 3, 50.
Good.
Joseph reminds me of Mel Brooks. So now I got to look at that with my, yeah, definitely so. Yeah, thinking about the way it's been going this evening. Yes. He does kind of give that don't shoot him, you'll just piss him off mentality, doesn't it? That'll complete Broadway. And Broadway for Salmon.
1 bet's 500.
150, right?
150. 150.
150.
150.
150.
Like they say it in the streets. 150.
That's what I say, 150.
I'm tired.
6 raises to 350.
Fuck. Nice man.
1 folds.
Randall gonna raise to 350. And now Joseph's all in with ace-9 of diamonds. Randall gonna fold his trays.
Oh, you expect it. You expect it.
Something big.
Man. He's letting him back in the game.
You knew it.
Raise that number. You get respect here.
I respect it.
You get respect here.
Yes, 1 folds.
10-6 for Joseph now in the small blind. He's gonna muck right away. So Randall will take the walk.
You cannot use this card. You cannot use this.
Yeah, it's really crystal clear, isn't it?
Play it.
Again, this right now is the only table that is functioning right now. He's with a game on it.
It's a big enough raise.
I think I missed that one. Good. 4 folds.
Good.
6 calls. 1 choice. Heads up.
Flop comes ace-king high, ace-king deuce. As a matter of fact, 9 of hearts. And immediately to the river we go, the 7 of spades.
The nut low.
No checks.
No, second nut low.
The hello? 11. Oh, 14.
And I have 7 now.
With the winner, right?
But we'll get that ambiance back for this evening for sure, Jedi Master Ted, for sure.
Good. 6 folds. 1 calls. Buttons on 6. Yeah. 1 call, 4 checks.
I check.
You check dark?
No. Heads up. Fold that 500.
Nice bluff, nice bluff. I know you bluffed that one. I know you bluffed that one, for sure. Well, I have that too.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I don't know your kicker.
But you don't have a 2.
No, I said I have the ace off.
Ace what?
Ace in my hand.
In a little bitty one?
Middle one. I think you had a little video.
Then I have a big one.
Yeah?
Not a huge
No,
one.
but I had 7. I had 7.
Not a huge one.
I had ace 7.
No.
No? Okay. You know I'm gonna see it later, right? So you can't lie to me. They're on the TV, you know that. All our cards are showing on the TV.
That may be true, Jedi Master Ted, but I guarantee you, you're going to get some of the best stories you've ever heard from that one patron.
So
150,000. You're in for 75 right now. Alright, 75. Now it's your turn. You wanna call? You wanna call? 75.
Hold on. Let me see the card. Okay.
4 calls. 3 players.
10 of hearts will hit the turn. It's going to complete the flush for Randall. He's going to bet at it. And if past experience tells us anything, no chance anybody is going to make this call. And open-ended is Joseph. But he will elect to fold it anyway.
It's ready right here.
Good.
It's ready.
On. Four's on.
Joseph going to jam all in on King 5 of diamonds, and he will get no callers.
I saw the first one. I was like, all right, come on. This is fucking it.
And just picking up the blinds. Again, the blinds are at 75, 150, 150.
I only see the game. That's it.
Big blind, sir.
150, 150.
Six raises to 375. One calls. It's 375, sir.
Oh, 375. No, I see. No, I see. Just like,
And you can just tell how tired these guys are. Joseph just tried to check when he needed to put more money in to play. Instead, he will end up folding.
One checks. Six bets. 550. One call. One checks dark. Six checks.
Goes check, check right away to the river. He'll bring the 4 of spades.
One checks.
So the pair of 8s for Salmon is good.
And one calls.
Called you today.
And then a bet of $1 million from Randall. Salmon snap calls, and now Randall trending in the opposite direction.
still 150.
You're
75.
75.
Three whites. There's three whites. There's three whites. No, there's three whites.
You're small boxer.
How much more?
Yes.
Three whites.
75,000.
Put
So
three of those
it's
whites.
75, right?
Oh, shit.
Big blind.
Oh.
One calls.
Oh. Yeah, it's nice now. Now,
Coming to take me out.
it's a nice strike, right?
Let's take a look now at the stacks of the players. 5.225 million is the big stack. Meanwhile, Joseph and Randall getting more along the even line there. 2.7 million and 2 million even are the two shorter stacks. And again, it's looking like each stack is consisting of 6 to 8 orbits until you get to the chip leader. One would think that would encourage some action.
Now, look, Look at this hands. Come on. Go. Carol. Let me see your open.
Four folds, 6 calls, 1 nothing.
Yeah, another situation. Ace high on the big blind, not raising.
6 check and 1 check.
Boy, I tell you, I really wish some of the final tables I played at would have been this easy to get value at.
1 bet 3.
You just want more lucky chips, man.
Yeah. So the 175, right?
Yeah,
50,
no, 150.
150.
Oh, 150.
That's right.
Piece of cake.
6 folds. 1 calls, 150.
4 checks.
Head check. One bet, 150. Four raises, 600.
Damn, no good.
And bumping it up now, making it 600,000 to go, is Joseph, and he'll get no takers.
It's good for a while.
I wasn't bluffing.
You're not bluffing. You have prayer.
$75.
That would be a fine way to end it. Would love to see that. That would be a poetic ending for the way this has gone.
1 fold. 4 raises, 175.
No, it's
Oh, 150. I'm sorry.
150. So then it's good one.
Now Randall all in with ace-10 offsuit. All out announced from Joseph.
I just help a little bit. Not a whole lot.
I'll be a little more just all in and out.
Oh, this is weird.
Yeah, that would definitely be the hand to do it. Although, I mean, some of the folds I've seen, they may find a way to fold ace-queen somehow, even if it were suited.
Good. Four folds.
Check.
6 calls.
Yeah, it's 150.
Head check. 1 check.
Flop comes ace-jack-10, all spades.
6 folds. Good. 6 folds. 1 calls. 4 checks and out. Here you go. One bet's 325.
And 325 the bet now from Selman with 5-4.
7.
It's healthy race.
4 fold. 16.
There you go, ace king for Solomon. All it's going to take pre-flop. Boy, at some point, 2 of these players will have a hand.
You play tournaments a lot or no? What? You play tournaments a lot or?
When I get the chance to,
Do you?
mainly
I haven't really seen you around here.
Yeah, mainly PLO. Like and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay. I'm at Elite. I work at Elite.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a dealer.
Okay.
4 folds.
But I see you a lot.
Yeah.
6
I
card. 1 check. 5 2. 6 checks. 1 check.
That's true, morning. I'm so used to, working the later broadcasts, so forgive the slip there, Jedi Master Ted.
1.2.
1 raises. 6 folds.
We got a flush for Salmon, Randall with 10 tray. He's going to bet Randall out of it.
I'm a lucky chick again.
Yeah, I like it.
Maybe I gave you too much.
I don't, after changes to you that with you with one hand, you give it some kind of shitty chips.
Oh. Boy, I'm not 100% sure, Jedi Master Ted. I thought I may have slipped up and said something like tonight. At some point. Yeah, I'm reading back. Man.
I can't deal with that.
Gotta have you keeping me in check, my friend.
I wanted to. I don't know if I see a flop and winning my top. Maybe some whites. Yeah, too bad, man. You know what you're doing in there. You're not an amateur.
No, you're not.
You're not. You know what
You are not amateur. You are a serious, but you're not
I'm
amateur.
the biggest amateur there is. Come on.
Good. 1 fold.
Three like that.
4 raises. 300.
Couple of 10s and a queen.
Okay, good.
4 checks. 6 moves all in.
Easy game, easy game.
Yeah, moving all in. He probably, again, just could have looked at his stack funny. Would have gotten them out of the pot. So the stack of Randall goes up to 1.5 million now. It began dwindling as of recent, but for a while was on a true heater.
Good.
I only have one hit.
4 moves all in.
And now all in for 2.3 million. Randall with ace king suited gonna make the call. Selman
Oh shit, I got your 4.
You have
looks
one.
like he's going to step away
Raise 1 all
from this hand, and rightfully so.
Yes.
So we're racing the 2 overcards against the small pocket pair.
I mean, you're still ahead, but you don't like that I have a 4.
I know.
Go
You
into
don't
the
like
top.
that I have a 4 for sure.
I don't like it. Throw away 4.
Flop comes queen high. 4s are still good at the moment.
Oh, you need a jack.
There's a 10. Now that opens up the jack as an out.
What's the river? What's the
For
river?
Ace King, Randall's tournament life will hit on the river. Wow.
Now you're in the short stack.
Always river screws me. Always.
Nice man, bro. I mean, it sucks if you lose to.
Boy, you shoot them down, but they won't fall.
Of course.
I don't know if I can finish the song lyric without getting a copyright infringement. I'm going to do it anyway. They are titanium at this final table.
Ooh. You see, you grab my 4. You take my 4. You'll be here. I'm so glad this.
Yeah, it's coming down to it, man. You almost go home, man. 150, 150.
We're good. 6 raises, 500.
$500,000 to go with pocket nines and no callers.
No.
I know you have something. 9.
Yes, it is, Jimmy. Oh, yes, it is.
No. Back it up, back it up.
Yeah, just you give it.
And small.
Sorry.
Good. 9 exposed, 1 folds, 9 hearts exposed.
Hold on.
Your turn.
Oh, you give it.
Yeah, now it's your turn.
It's still 75, right?
150.
More to you, if you want to call. It's up to you, it's your turn.
Ah, so a small blind.
Yeah. You're halfway there.
So you can just see the toll it has taken this long day of poker.
5 raises.
How much you put?
Go King 8 and King 7. King 7 is suited. Randall's all in with his King 7 suited. That'll chase Joseph out of the pot.
Good thing.
You have to know a number of the time.
Sit down up there.
Yeah.
Choose the president.
Yeah, not a bad job, Jimmy, flipping the 30 into 125. Much respect, my friend. And yeah, they've been talking about it, but I mean, you know, actions tend to speak louder than words.
6 calls, 350.
One case in poker where verbal really isn't binding.
6 checks. 1 base 500. 6 folds.
It's a nice one. Use the hell out of it. Way long time. I'm ready.
Come on. We're all ready, trust me, we're all ready.
It is funny how the mentality of players changes like that, Jimmy. You're right.
I've been just like 5.
Those who were so gung-ho on making sure they weren't going to chop, all of a sudden when their chip stack starts to decrease, you start to see some true new character revealed.
6 raises, 500. 1 fold.
I'll find this shit.
4 moves all in.
All right, let's see it.
Now Joseph's all in with Jack Trey of diamonds.
Yeah, I knew it.
And it looks like Randall makes the call with a suited Jack 10. So here we go. The tournament life of Joseph is at stake.
Mind your shit.
Alright, going to the flop.
To the flop we go. So Jack 10 still good right now. There's the queen. We go to the river. 2 outs for Joseph.
Oh my God.
And the
Yeah,
tray
never
hits the river.
Never alive.
You said you
Oh my goodness.
Jack 10, Jack 3 hits 3.
Boy, it's feeling damp in here today. That river runs wet and it runs deep.
God bless, bro. Every time, dude. Every time someone's about to bust. My king, your queen, your 3. God, dog, dude.
Bust me too.
Jimmy, I don't care if they give you a warning for that. Streamlabs has been on everybody's behind today. But I agree with you. There's no other way to say it.
That's easy.
One cost 200.
Me.
200.
All
4
in.
moves on.
And now Joseph all in with ace 8 of diamonds.
I got you. Oh, 100%.
And Salmon makes the call.
Come on, 5.
Why not they?
All right.
You just sucked out.
Now it's a party. Ace 8, ace 5. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Joseph's tournament life at stake.
5, 4.
The flop comes. Queen high.
3-8.
4. Shot.
There's a 4.
Oh, yeah, yeah, 4 chop. I need a 5.
There's going to be another chop unless... And it's going to be another chop.
4, 4, Jack, Queen X. Oh, yeah. It is a chop. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice.
Boy, oh boy.
You cheated.
Well, if we do come across a live stream record there for the river helping out the short stack, you know, we'll gladly accept that accolade. But boy, who needs morning coffee when you got a morning dose of the river?
It's the best for you. Me.
Yes, sir.
Man is 2 words. 1 word.
Oh, here we go again.
5, 8, 9.
This time he's not going to get any callers.
That's how you come back.
So you can see the blinds have gone up. They are at an astounding 100,000, 200,000, 200,000. It's going to cost these guys a $500,000 in orbit.
I was about to.
Eventually, the dam is going to have to break.
Good.
Oh no, here's nothing.
One raise.
You raise it.
Salmon going to raise it with 7-6 suited.
I don't even want to see this shit.
And will chase Joseph away.
Ding, 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 ding.
Good. See one fold. See 4 raise.
10-8 offsuit. You know, fatigue does show itself in weird forms sometime at the poker table. I mean, you may have noticed the sound effects are becoming more and more plentiful as the morning has continued. Randall with 8-4 of hearts going to look up Joseph here. We go to the flop. Flop comes 9, tray 9.
Okay.
4 checks. 6 bets, 550.
Definitely, I love a character like that. He was like that too. I actually got the chance to deal to him in this tournament. And he's seriously just the nicest guy of all time. Loves to talk to you.
Wrong position. Shit.
Pretty trapped in the whole time.
Or really. I have a good hand, but not enough. I don't mind it. Suited card.
You see our stacks here. 5.9 million. That's Salmon. Randall, the second biggest stack. And meanwhile, the short stack sitting on about 14, I think it was. 14, no, 7 big blinds.
6 fold.
Oh, wow. I was thinking about I had 8 deuces of diamonds, and I was like, man, fuck this. I don't feel like battling you right now. Yeah. About 20 hands ago, we were right there.
5,000 pages.
So how many big blind?
We will. 2
Here.
2.
Yeah, under 10 big blinds, you know that if Joseph is going to play a pot, it's going to be for it all.
We're good. 6 fold.
Call.
400.
So,
King Deuce now for Salmon. Ace 5 suited for Joseph, and he's all in.
200, call 200. I don't know why I raised. If I didn't have this card, I would call.
275.
I really didn't want to use raise.
You have a deuce? No, I don't have a deuce.
That's the other one.
So stack now gets up to 9 big blinds.
Suited.
Yeah, I didn't want to raise.
So breaking that 10 big blind ceiling doesn't seem that Herculean of a task now.
So 200, 200?
No, you're 100. Now it's on you.
Now it's your turn.
Oh,
Now it's your turn. You can call, raise,
so,
fold.
it's still okay, never mind. Okay, man. I have a great hand.
So the best hand in poker gonna take the walk. 7 deuce offsuit. Again, for those of you just joining us, where have you been? We've been playing all morning. It's the final table of the one-day 75K guarantee. And we generated a total prize pool of $108,000. Pardon, $108,600. First prize today, taking home 25 grand.
All right.
Actually, 25,770 to be exact.
4 folds. 6 folds.
So we're getting closer and closer to awarding the lion's share of that 108,600.
2-2.
Don't mess with it. Don't mess with the 2-2.
Yeah.
We're good. 6 folds.
10-3.
Use.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, and Joseph would have had ace king. Oh boy.
You knew it.
Hey, that was just lock this down, man. See what to do so we can come back tomorrow. You want to tell me? Yeah. 1 folds.
Shocker, here we go.
Nothing.
Randall with 7-4 says no thank you.
I go every hand goes.
And again, every few hands, you know, these blinds are just going to start destroying these guys. You can see Joseph and Randall practically neck and neck right now for second in chips.
That's his time.
See, I know you lying. I wanted to do it too. I said, snap go.
Wow. Yeah.
Ace-5 for Randall. He's going to bump it up, and nobody wants to go to war with him. He'll drag in the blinds.
Floor. Two calls. I mean, one calls. Four calls.
Joseph just going to flat here with Queen-9. So off we go now. 3 ways to the flop. Flop comes 4-4 deuce.
4 checks. 6 checks. 1 check.
8 of hearts.
4 checks. 6 bets 300. One folds. 4 calls. Pays up.
And now the board will pair 8s.
4 checks. 6 bets. 50. 4 folds.
So able to bet him off the best hand. And we continue right along again, costing each player $500,000 in orbit right now.
No, I'm dumb, yeah. Please never die.
Good.
And a big thanks to everybody tuning in.
4 folds.
It's been a fun one all morning, down to our final 3 in our one-day 75K guarantee.
You can still tell the truth when you're lying.
Exactly.
My girl's gonna be so mad at me when I get home. My girl's gonna be so mad. I missed my whole shift with the newborn. I'm supposed to feed him at school.
Yeah, well, she'll be happy when you come home with that money. Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
We're not making this money every day.
Man, women don't care nothing about that, man. They want him home, man. She want him home.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Salmon with Queen Trey offsuit. Joseph with the offsuit dog, K9.
1 check. 4 moves all in.
I called you last time, remember?
Yeah.
Remember last time I snap called you?
You did?
Ace 5. Ace good. Ace is good. Just one.
And Joseph will take it down with the dog.
That's a good bet.
And you get 3 or remember?
Small blind, big blind, yeah.
Poker Monkey, I'm so glad you asked. This tournament began at 4 p.m. just yesterday. We decided to stream the final table, and here we are. You see here, Randall's all in with 10s. He's going to take it down. Again, they've been trading pretty much back and forth between the three of them for the last couple hours. We have seen some pretty insane saves on the river. It has been a fun morning of tournament poker. Just a quick reminder what everybody is fighting for. Third place taking 9,100. Second place 14,040 and 25,770 to first place.
6 moves all in.
And now Randall's all in. Salmon with suited connectors decides he wants nothing to do with it. Well, that's definitely the hand you want against a big pair like that, those suited connectors, especially short-handed, but nonetheless, we move right along.
I'm good.
Appreciate sir. Thank you.
Late, so late, it's early.
Everybody good.
Well, I wish I could put that on a TCH Live t-shirt. I love it.
One calls.
Salmon with Queen 10. Joseph 6-7. We go heads up. Trey, deuce, Trey. Check, check, and now a 6. So that's going to give a pair to Joseph. And he moves all in. We'll get Salmon to pitch it. But again, Joseph is functioning in that 10 effective big blind range. So pretty much any time he connects with a board, you know he's going to jam on it.
This one you give it to me, it's small job. Wait.
But again, I said it not too long ago, the dam has to break at some point. But it has been very entertaining watching these three go back and forth. Joseph with Queen 10, just going to flat here. Randall.
6 goes up. 600 total.
Going to bump it up, makes it 600. And here comes the all-in from Joseph. And falling right into the trap is what Randall thinks. These are the two smallest stacks about to go at it here. Boy, if you're sitting in that one seat there, if you're Salmon, you got to love this. And he is ahead right now, still with 5 cards to come. There's the call. So now Joseph at risk for his tournament life. He is behind King 5 against Queen 10.
Hold. Can't you hold him? Can you hold? Once in your life.
We go to the flop. Couple of aces. Looking pretty good for King High so far. To the turn. It's an 8. Can it hold, or will we get another miraculous save on the river? To the river. It's a king. So finally the dam bursts, and we are heads up for the championship. Wow. After being 3-handed for 2 hours and 10 minutes.
When they come back for lunch, I can see who's here. You got it.
So heads up we go. The trophy at stake now.
Oh, we're like dead even, bro. I'll chop. Yeah.
Oh,
Go, Chow, guys.
would you look at that? Sounds like they want to chop evenly. They're about dead even in stack size, according to each other. So they will end up chopping this.
39. So, yeah.
Yeah, each of them going to take home just under $20,000.
There is
So,
a trophy
hey,
involved.
not a bad day's work, my friends. It was a long day. It began at 4 p.m. yesterday. And here we are. Sick final table. I got to put that one on the screen. A big thank you.
Sweat for the trophy.
Big thank you. Woo, indeed, Jedi Master Ted. Woo, indeed. Of course, they are going to count the stacks out. You can check a little bit later on Facebook, Instagram, X, or wherever you follow Texas Card House. You'll see who the actual winner was. You'll get a picture with the trophy, of course. So all that. Oh, looks like they're going to sweat it for the trophy since they're so even.
Before the final table started.
Let's go ahead and listen in here. I like it. I like it. Let's gamble for it. All right. So we got a winner. It's the trays. So the trophy will go to Salmon. Congratulations, my friend. It's been a fun morning of poker, and we will see you all later tonight. That's right. We still got the 5-10 no limit from TCH Houston later this evening. But until then, on behalf of all of my friends at the Moneymaker Tour, the illustrious staff at Texas Card House, and of course the crew at TCH Live, I am Wes Tucker, and we'll see you later this evening. Good night, everybody.